Hey guys, Ranger here, and welcome back to another video, and welcome back to the third episode of MLP, FiM, Season 9, which is Uprooted. Now, already from the title, I'm fairly certain that this episode has something to do with the now destroyed, with the now former Tree of Harmony. So, that's what I'm guessing, and I know this episode has the Student 6 in it, or sorry, the Young 6, because of the thumbnail for the video. So, I don't know anything else about it. I'm thinking, though, that this might I'm theorizing that this might actually be part of that scene in the trailer where the Young 6 were interacting with the Twilight manifestation of the Tree of Harmony on a table with larger fruit nearby or something. I'm thinking that this might be that episode. So let's dive in and see what we are in for. Let us begin. Starting video in 3. Wait. Okay. Starting video in 3, 2, 1, click. Ha! Hold on! You mean she's training might be Wonderbolt? That'd be Beast?
Congratulations, Silverstream. You're officially the first non-Pegasus Wonderbolt.
Wow!
Such an honor.
That's so cool.
Thank you, Professor Dash. Easy. You're kicking off our show right now. So get up there and make me proud. Wait. I don't have my uniform.
Silverstream! Somehow I missed a class all year and the final is today. If I don't pass, I can't graduate.
What do you do?
Whoa, that was weird.
And that's even weirder.
Yep, it's Candyland.
This isn't mine.
Ha ha ha!
Make it stop! Make it stop!
Okay. This is like MLP in Wonderland. Instead of Alice in Wonderland, this is Young 6 in Wonderland. I was right! All the larger... Yep, this is that dream segment or whatever it was.
Good. You have all answered my summons.
Wait, you mean this isn't my dream? Friends must be dreaming together.
More like a nightmare.
I know, right? How do I pick just one? They all look so good.
That's your version of a bad dream.
But
Ah.
why did you bring us here, Headmere Twilight?
I am not Twilight. I am merely the messenger. You all must hurry. The Tree of Harmony needs you.
Yep, this is a scene from the trailer. Okay! Okay, I'm very interested right now. Interesting glimpse into the Young 6's dreams to see what they kind of have an interest or fear in. Very interesting that Silverstream has an interest in becoming the first Griffin in the Wonderbolts. That's cool, actually. They should do that. About the Tree of Harmony, it's a manifestation. It said it's just a messenger. How can the Young 6 help the Tree of Harmony?
Looking good.
Really?
I have horrible news! What's wrong? Is the Crystal Empire under attack again?
What? No! We only have 20 highlighters, and they're all orange. How will every creature color code their notes?
I'm pretty sure you're the only one that does that.
Still, 20 isn't enough for the new school year.
We got plenty of time to order more. The friendship students won't be back until...
There they are.
now?
Well, this is a surprise. Why are you all here so early? Did I send out the wrong back-to-school date? Oh, we're not here for school.
Yeah, we're back because the Tree of Harmony called us here.
Don't feel
What?
bad it didn't reach out to you. We kind of have a special connection with it after last year.
But the tree couldn't have called you. It's
It did.
gone. Sombra destroyed it.
Maybe next
You saw its
time
ghost.
he's in with those truth bombs.
What about the elements of harmony?
Those are gone too.
But doesn't that mean the Everfree Forest will take over Equestria?
got that part under control. And Sombra won't be coming back. So, some good news, right?
Can we see the tree ourselves? Or what's left of it? As long as you promise to stick together. The castle of the two sisters isn't the safest place, as you may remember.
Yona not scared of puckwudgies anymore. Friends save whole school from evil.
Oh, yeah.
She does have a point.
How could this happen?
That's what I wondered. If only we hadn't gone home for summer break. Maybe we could have saved the tree.
I wish that Sombra guy was still around so we could teach him a lesson. That not bring back tree or elements of harmony.
Wait! We all saw and heard the tree in our dream, right? How could it talk to us if it was really gone? Maybe if we close our eyes and think really strong friendship thoughts, the tree will get better.
I've heard worse suggestions.
Is it working?
No. I guess the tree really is gone.
Then we need to do something to honor it.
Good idea, Gallus.
Hey, maybe that's why the tree called us. It must have used the last of its magic to make sure we'd come here and keep its memory alive.
It did say it needed us.
Oh, Celis! There you are! The hive has been worried sick. Why did you leave without telling us? The last time you and your friends did that, it almost brought our kingdoms to war.
Sorry, Thorax. It was an emergency.
Well, next time, ask before you run off. Now come on, let's go home.
Wait! She can't leave! We have a dragon quest!
But she's not a dragon. You know what I mean.
This quest for all Yona friends! Need to help Tree!
And it might take a while.
Can we stay at their twilight?
I say no problem.
Well, as long as you get permission from your kingdoms, I suppose it's all right.
You want that permission slip in triplicate, or is one enough? Right. I like to be prepared.
That's cool. Come on, Smolder. Yeah! Let me guess. Get your chores done and you can go. I'm assuming this is get your chores done and you can go. He's... Well, okay then. Is the whole... Okay, good. I was going to say, is the whole hive going to sign it? I think they've already signed it. They're just... Okay.
Hey, you're back! Great! Since I live locally, I figured I'd do a little cleaning up while you were gone. Give us a head start, you know?
Sandbar, where's the tree?
I got rid of it to make room for a memorial.
You did this?
Yeah. That's what you guys were thinking, right?
No.
So not. How can we remember the tree if it's totally gone?
Oh, it's not gone. Look! I planted a new tree.
Sambar, you know it's not the same tree, right?
But it's a symbol, you know?
Pony heart in right place.
It doesn't matter. This cave was supposed to stay exactly the same so future creatures could come visit and experience the memory of the tree.
Sorry, every creature. I thought I was helping.
The Tree of Harmony is a huge part of equestrian history. If we're gonna honor it, we need to do better than that. Yeah, like with lots of artwork that represents the symbolism and deep emotions of the tree.
No, it's
Like the fandom.
with all the tree's history and artifacts.
Or a really big and imposing monument, so every creature knows how powerful the tree was. I think we should turn this cave into a place for creatures to reflect on the tree's true gift, the elements of harmony. Boring. I like my idea better.
What's more perfect than another tree?
Guys,
Your Twilight Wand.
guys,
You've been awfully quiet. Which idea do you like best?
Yona like when friends not argue. Maybe friends listen to each other and make plan together?
yeah.
Nah.
Oh, come on.
Hey, little guy. Need a drink?
Step right up. Walk this way. Welcome to the one, the only, the Tree of Harmony Museum. Come, see the birthplace of the tree.
Cute
Grown
characters
from the
already.
tears of a basilisk, and tended day and night.
Really?
Pony magicians. This is truly one of the wonders of Equestria.
Gallus, none of that actually true.
So, honoring the tree means giving it a story that creatures will care about.
It already has a great story.
Yeah, but mine makes more sense.
Whatever. Can you just keep it down? My sapling doesn't like the noise.
Good. It doesn't belong in the tree's memorial anyway. And if you think this is great, just
Two
wait
characters.
until you see the mystical cave of harmony.
Okay, I'm still wondering about the tree. I hope it didn't use the last of its magic.
What dragon doing? Making a memorial statue of the tree. When creatures see this, they'll be super impressed. Look like rock, not tree. I'm not finished yet. And honestly, I'm kinda having a hard time remembering what the tree looked like. I can't believe I'm already forgetting. Needs
Wow.
more loyalty. Careful, Yona! It's not dry yet. What hippogriff painting? It's the trees.
Oh, wow.
See? These are the emotions its loss made me feel, dancing with the representations of elements of harmony.
I think you would get along great with Tree Hugger.
Maybe I should label it.
Got? Okay.
Oops! Sorry! Oh no! Brown isn't an element of harmony! Thanks, Yona! This fountain is heavier than I thought. It's for creatures to look at as they honor the tree's memory in quiet thought and contemplation. I got some help and guidance from the counselor at our feelings forum back home. Only positive energy will bloom here.
Wait! You can't go yet!
Huh?
There's a whole puppet show of the time the tree tested us in the catacombs under the School of Friendship! Hey! Stop! You can't bring that hunk of junk into my museum!
It's not for your museum.
Hey, that's
It's for
actually good.
my tree memorial.
Guys,
So leave it outside!
that's actually a
It
good...
belongs in here.
Guys!
Huh?
Ah!
Uh-oh.
Well,
What did you do?
And the Tree of Harmony is rolling in its grave right now.
My meditation garden is ruined. Why couldn't you have been more careful?
This never would have happened if you would all just listen to me.
And made the tree some
Guys,
kind of roadside attraction?
I'm totally siding with
no thanks.
with Yona here.
Headmare Twilight is gonna be so mad when she sees what you guys did to the Cave of Harmony.
Yeah, like some rainbow art project was better.
Not cool.
It's impressionism. I'm just glad the tree's in here to see this. This is all your fault.
3,
I
2,
give up.
1. Waiting for the tree.
Friends doing this the wrong way. All remembering Tree of Harmony for what tree was, not what tree is. You mean gone? No. Yona mean even though tree not here, tree here.
In your heart.
Hearts. Tree made friendship even closer. That's right. We ran away to be together right above this spot. The castle of the two sisters.
Hey, that's right.
Later on, the tree tested us to show us we're stronger as a team.
Yeah.
It did call us all here.
You mean the Tree of Harmony lives on in our friendship?
Wow. I can't believe we just got schooled by a yak.
Yes, no, things not forever. That's why smash and rebuilt. I think we took care of the smashing part.
Then maybe we should start building. Together?
Just one problem. We still haven't decided what we should do for the tree.
Yona have idea.
Rebuild it.
The tree? Where did you find it?
Oh, I didn't move it too far. It was kind of heavy.
And you're just mentioning this now.
What's important is that Yona
I was wondering what he did with those.
Rebuild what exactly?
Ooh, I know! Something that represents what the tree is. The gateway to our friendship.
Yes! What ponies call it? Club home?
A treehouse.
That's a great idea! I know the tree would have liked that. Uh-huh.
Help me lift this piece.
Oh, I love this piano.
We celebrate our friendship. We celebrate the tree.
The memories inside us will build for all to see.
The tree brought us together. And even though it's gone,
Our monument to friendship.
can make the gift live on. A piece from me, a piece from you. We'll use the tree and we'll make do.
If things don't fit, there's lots of glue.
Friends don't quit in the end, and together we'll see this through. It's hard to say farewell,
To something you hold dear.
but goodbye isn't forever.
This is supposed.
Long as we are here,
This is a reference to the fandom, isn't it?
the tree is in our memory.
This is like a metaphor for MLP. MLP is the Tree of Harmony.
Grown deep in our hearts.
The Young Six are like the fandom, keeping its spirit alive.
Branches raise our spirits together. We're all bound forever. It stands lost, but now it's found. So lift a beam and build it strong. Work as a team, it won't take long. Hey, Silver's dream, I think that's wrong. We'll live the dream and sing our song. And make
I love this song, I do.
we all can see the place where we belong.
Well,
Wow.
what do you think?
It's kinda messy. Yeah, like like a bunch of different parts all smushed together.
Oh, it's just like us.
Yona think it perfect.
Let's give it a try.
Whoa!
The tree!
What's happening?
It looks like magic.
Every creature out!
Please tell me it's... It's growing through the tree of harmony. Oh, wow. What? No way! No way! Oh my gosh! That is beautiful!
How did that happen?
The tree!
Because of you. The spirit of the treehouse would have perished without your selfless deeds and caring. Whenever you seek solace, come here. Your friendship, and the friendship of future generations, will always be safe within these walls.
Yay! The tree's still alive.
I felt a burst of magic all
Why?
the way over at the school.
You're
Is
gonna
every creature
freak.
okay? A little confused, but definitely okay. Where did this come from?
We were kind of gonna ask you the same thing.
It looks like part of the Tree of Harmony. But how? I thought it was destroyed.
It was. But when we used the broken parts to build something new, this happened.
The tree has always been good at surprises. When Star Swirl planted the tree seed, he didn't even know what it would grow into. I guess the tree is still alive, changing and adapting to be whatever Equestria needs.
A cool place to hang out?
Something tells me this is more than that. It seems the elements of harmony may still be with us in their own way.
That's actually really reassuring.
But why did the tree need our help to become something new? I'm not sure. If I had to guess, I'd say your friendship is more powerful than you know.
Oh, Yona no. Yona just need to remind friends.
So, who's gonna give us the tour?
Why don't we all go in? Together.
Oh, that is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. And honestly, I see a strong correlation between this episode and the MLP fandom in general. That being that song really does. The song itself is so absolutely true. That line that Smolder and Sandbar and the rest of them sing, it's hard to say farewell to something that you hold dear, but goodbye isn't forever, as long as we're all here. That, to me, it might not be, what might not have been directed completely at MLP and the Brony community, but I think that you could easily interpret it as that way. And I see an interesting similarity here between the Tree of Harmony and MLP and the Young Six and the Brony community. In that MLP, you know, this is after season 9. The show is over. And it's the Brony community. It's those who choose to stay in the fandom. It's those who choose to keep the fandom alive that will continue to keep the fandom going and keep the memories of this fandom alive and honor it and keep it in their spirits forever. And I see a very strong connection here with this episode, with those lines in the song, and us, all of us. It's hard to say farewell. That's true. It is, because we've all known for a long time that MLP was going to end at some point. We've all known it. I've known it for a long time. Heck, even as far back as season 3, I knew that at some point it was going to end. But I never wanted to think about it because I wanted to focus on the present and live in that moment and not think about the end. And here, it's hard to say farewell. We are on season 9, the final season of MLP. And we know that soon this show is going to end. It's hard to say good. I mean, it's hard to say bye. I'm not going to say goodbye because it's not farewell forever. Um, but it's hard to let the show go. It is. It's hard to let the show go because of how much joy and happiness that it brings us, how much laughter that it brings us. But the thing, again, there's a connection. I see like a metaphor here. I mean, like Sandbar says, we hold dear. We hold this show and this fandom dear. At least most of us do. And it's hard to let it go. But the thing is, we don't have to. MLP may end, but we have the choice of whether or not we let the fandom go. And I myself, I'm not letting this fandom go. I'm staying a part of this fandom, and I will be a part of this fandom until the day that I die. I'm not leaving this fandom. I've had people here, I've had a few people tell me before in comments on some of my videos related to MLP that whenever it's over, they're done. They're gone. They're leaving. And hey, if you want to leave, fine. But I'm staying. And there are a lot of us that are choosing to stay in this fandom because it's kind of like real life. You can choose to keep a memory alive or you can choose to let it go. And as long as you continue to keep that memory going, you will always have that with you. No matter where you go, no matter what you do, no matter how long it is, you will always have that with you as long as you keep that memory alive and you honor that memory. Here, we have the choice. And I choose to stay in this fandom. I choose to keep the memory of this fandom and choose to keep the memory of this show because I'm not letting them go. I love them too much. And that's what they're saying here. Goodbye is not forever. It doesn't have to be. It's just see you later. The show may end. We might have to say bye to new episodes of the show. But we will still always have the reruns. We will always have the reruns. And the reruns, each and every episode of this show, in every season, has a memory for us. Every one of us has a special memory with different episodes in the show. And every time that we rewatch that episode on TV or online, we will always be able to remember what was going on in the fandom at the time that episode aired. We will always remember what we were doing whenever that episode aired. We will always remember that. And we will be able to keep this alive. Not just the memory of the show, but the memory of but the memory of the fandom. And it doesn't have to be goodbye. We don't have to let it go if we choose. And I choose not to. And that is a solemn, sound choice that I am making. I am not I am not leaving this fandom. I am not turning my back on this fandom. I'm here to stay for good. I'm here to stay forever. And I see, again, the young six here are like us. The young six, and this is just my interpretation. This is just my personal interpretation. And I know other people are going to see things differently, and that's fine, but it just occurred to me. I look at the Young Six, I see the Brony community. I kind of see the Brony community today. The Young Six are like a visual, at least in my head, a visual representation of the Brony community today. these characters represent the newest members of the Brony community. They also represent those who have been here a while. Maybe not since the very beginning, but those who have been here a while. And they also represent those who are still wanting... These characters represent us. Those of us who choose to keep the memory of the show and the fandom alive and continue to honor it. Now, there are some of us, of course, that have been in this fandom a long time. I've been here since 2011. And I've been here since 2011. And I wouldn't consider myself a veteran of the Brony community, but I've definitely been here a while. And I'm not going anywhere. I'm not turning my back on this fandom. I'm not turning my back on the show. I'm not saying, well, whenever Season 4 is done, I'm just leaving, you know? No way! There's more fun to be had. I'm not turning my back on any of that. There might not be new episodes anymore. And there might not be any more new episodes to watch and review. But that doesn't mean the fun has to end. That doesn't mean Pony has to end. There's still the reruns. And there are still, hopefully, there are still tons of fan works that I've never watched. And there are still discussions to be made, talks about the show, theories about the future, what lies beyond the show. Like, discussing the characters, their future, what happens later. There's still plenty of stuff. It doesn't have to end. And I won't let it. And there's many of us who will not. And I see a connection. The Young Six are those of us in the Brony community that will choose to honor the show, that will choose to honor the memory of the show and the Brony community and stay with it for good and keep that memory alive and keep that forever in our hearts. There are those of us who will do that. And you couldn't pry us out of this fandom no matter how hard you tried. I'm here to stay for good, and that will never change. But that's the biggest thing that I see with this episode, that it made a connection with me, is I see a connection between the Brony community. I see a connection between the Brony community and the Young Six, the Tree of Harmony, and MLP. And you could also look at it like the Tree of Harmony. The Tree of Harmony that we know is the tree. We've known it since we first saw the Tree of Harmony, since it was first introduced. But there's a kind of an interesting representation here, is you could also look at it like the new Tree of Harmony. Twilight said that it changes and adapts to what Equestria needs. Perhaps you could look at it like the Tree of Harmony in its new state now could be a representation of the next gen of MLP, MLP G5. Now, whether or not it will be good or not, I don't know. But I still want to give it a chance, because I chose to give G4 a try, and I wouldn't be here if I didn't. So in my mind, I feel that I owe G5 every bit the chance that I gave G4, and I'm going to give it to it. And even whenever G5 starts, G4 will still live on inside of us, inside of the things that we do. We can still honor the show, honor the fandom, and keep that alive. It doesn't have to end. I don't believe in goodbyes and farewells, because I believe in a continuation. I believe in see you soon or see you later. That's what I believe in. But like I said prior, this episode did give an interesting insight to a couple of setups. First off, Silverstream being a Wonderbolt. It's an interesting thing. I never really thought about that before, but I think it would be interesting for maybe for Silverstream and even Smolder, maybe Gallus, to be a Wonderbolt, because I mean, it would be cool to see that. And I think that, it would be interesting because it would allow for their races uh, for their races to be introduced to that, and open up new doors to future possibilities. And I kind of wondered a little bit about this right here. At first, I thought this was legit until Rainbow made the mention that you're going to start our show right now. The moment that she said that, I knew there was something up because it was way too soon. And then the second suddenly that, and then whenever all the other characters suddenly appeared and that's whenever I realized, yeah, there's something up here. Interestingly enough, every single one of these characters ended up having to face similarities with their dreams, their fears. I think every single one of them were called and ended up having the exact same dream. And the Tree of Harmony manifests itself again and tells them that they can help it. But it's interesting here that every single one of the young six here, they had an idea for what they could do to the Tree of Harmony. And honestly, every single one of their ideas did have some interesting value to it. Wanting to make it a sort of a memorial site, wanting to make it a place where other creatures can come by and reflect. They're all interesting ideas, of course, but the problem was none of them were working together. They all had different ideas on what they wanted to do with it, and Yona was the only one who was the voice of reason here. She knew that they could all get along and should work together because working together was what the Tree of Harmony would have wanted, and working together, that's what friends do, not argue and bicker. And every single one of them tried different ways to try to honor the Tree of Harmony in what they thought would be an interesting way to do it. And all of their ideas, like I said, were good in their own way, but they weren't all working together. And I was actually wondering throughout this entire episode whether or not the Tree of Harmony would return. I mean, did it really use the last of its power to tell them that it's just a messenger and that they can help it? I honestly had no idea if the Tree of Harmony was going to come back or what was going to happen or if it was just going to be gone. But the moment that they all decided to work together and let their friendship shine once again, that's the moment that they all did that. That's whenever the Tree of Harmony ended up, with the moment that they all decided that they worked together, that's whenever the Tree of Harmony began to come back to life. Because it bloomed, the Tree of Harmony blossomed into something just absolutely, I mean, the Tree of Harmony was beautiful before, but here, the tree the tree just bloomed, and it just grew and bloomed into this gorgeous, crystalline castle, and just, their friendship helped the tree to regenerate, to regrow, and now the tree is healthy again. The tree is back, and the tree managed to take on its own form inside the old castle. And it's interesting because the tree did not just grow back into what it was before. It grew into something different. And the tree, once again, thankfully, I'm very glad, the tree is happy and healthy again. The tree is now happy and healthy again, and the tree is the tree is back, and the tree is telling the young six that they can come back. They can come back within the walls of the old castle. The tree will be there, and the tree will be able to. It's kind of like, you will always be welcome. You will always be safe. This is your safe space. This is a place where you can be you, where you can be yourself. And I think also I myself I make a connection that it's kind of like, for us, we will always be, we in the Brony community, we can always 100% be ourselves. And it's an interesting interpretation that, that you think about the Brony community and the show and think that this is them saying, this is the writers saying that, here we have the future adaptation. The tree has evolved, it's changed. This is like the Brony community over the years. It's evolved, it's changed, and it will continue to evolve and change. But regardless, it can still be something beautiful if we choose to keep it that way, to make it that way. And it's a place for us, the Brony community is a place for us to be ourselves, to find solace. Okay, not every area of the community, but for the most part, for a lot of us, it's a place where we can reflect, a place where we can recharge our batteries, a place where we can escape the hectic cynicism of the world and just be ourselves, interact with other people, other positive people, and just enjoy life, enjoy just being ourselves in a world that is pulling and twisting you in every direction, wanting you to be something else. Here in the fandom, we have a chance to just be ourselves and just have fun and just let our own friendship shine. And that's the connection that I see here, and I know other people won't connect it that way, but that's my personal connection to it. But the Tree of Harmony was able to come back, and it was able to bloom, grow into something different, something majestic, something more beautiful than what it was. And now the tree is still happy and healthy, and the tree is still now here. Hopefully this won't be the last that we'll see of Crystal Twilight. I hope not, because I want to still, I want to know that the tree is 100% back to normal, if not better than what it was before. But it's healthier, it's beautiful, and hopefully this won't be the last we'll see of the image of Twilight, the Tree of Harmony, because I really, honestly, I want to see Twilight herself see the image of the tree, it taking on the form of her. I really want to see Twilight's reaction to that, and I really want to see Twilight upon knowing that she could possibly interact with the tree. However, I don't really think that will happen because, like Gallus said, the tree has a special connection to the Young Six in its own way. The tree does have a connection to the main six, but it has also a different connection to that of the Young Six. So I don't think Twilight will ever see the crystal version of herself, but it's interesting that the Tree of Harmony kind of is a bit of a representation of magic, and so it takes the form of Twilight to do that. But the tree has grown now and is back, and I'm so happy the tree is back. I'm so happy the tree is back now, because we all had to see Twilight's library get blown in, the Golden Oaks library get blown to smithereens at the end of season 4, and it hurt to see such an image of Equestria get destroyed. I mean, now we have Twilight's castle, but yeah, I won't deny I still miss Twilight's little quaint little library cottage. I still miss that, and I'll miss the original version of the Tree of Harmony because it was such a symbol in Equestria, but such a symbol in the show. But I absolutely love this new version, this like a treehouse version of the tree here. I mean, this is just gorgeous, and the pink like crystal leaves that have grown on it, This reminds me of a sakura tree in Japan, and that's one of my most favorite trees is a sakura tree, the cherry blossom trees, and I love those. And so I'm a sucker for the pink blossoms, I am. But this is just absolutely beautiful, and the tree is back, and the Young Six were able to bring it back because of working together, because of they were able to bring it back because of their friendship, because they were able to work together. And again, it's one of those messages that shows that, as a single individual, you can only go so far, but whenever you have friends right there with you, it shows how far you can go as friends, and that friendship will empower you and help fuel you, and you'll go farther with great friends. And that's a really great message for that. But the Tree of Harmony is now back, and Twilight made the mention that maybe that the elements are possibly back as well in their own way. I don't think for certain that they'll be able to use the elements of harmony like they could before. At least I'm not sure. I could be wrong. I do find it awesome that the Tree of Harmony it grew over top of the original location where it was, and now grew up through the floor of the old castle, and now resides there. My only concern is that the Tree of Harmony, before it was kind of concealed, and you couldn't really see it before, but only those who knew where it resided within the cave could see it. Now, however, it's more prominent, it's more out in the open for others to see, and it makes me wonder, is this kind of dangerous though? Does this put the tree more at risk than it was before? And the tree's already been destroyed once. I hope it's not destroyed again, but I'm not sure what's going to happen. It's interesting though that the other villains, they thought the Tree of Harmony was gone, and so now I'm wondering what they're going to try to do. It would kind of be an interesting setup, like if a final confrontation, like the final confrontation in the show, took place here at the castle of the Royal Sisters, because that's where the show began. That would be a very interesting, turnaround, a very interesting way to end it, is if the final battle took place at the castle of the Royal Sisters, the same place where the show began 9 years ago in the very first episode, when Twilight confronted Nightmare Moon with the elements. It would be a very interesting connection if that, like a very interesting turnaround if they did that. I'm not sure if they would, but again, I really love this episode. It was great to see the Young Six have such a great part in bringing the Tree of Harmony back, and it was also great to see them working together, and it was great to see how much their friendship has come, and how far that how much that they do care about each other, and how much that it shows whenever, like I said, you work together, how far you can go. And this was a really great metaphor for that, and it was also great to see them being able to work together, and now they have a place of their own that they can come to. They can rest, relax, reflect, and just be themselves and just hang out. And that's really, really cool. But yeah, going over some of the bits of this episode, some other little things that were put into this episode. Yeah, Twilight panicking over the amount of pens. That's typical Twilight. That is typical Twilight. And it's also it's comical, but it's also adorable, because Twilight is Twilighting again. But like I said prior, every single one of the ways that the Young Six did try to do their own thing to honor the tree was very interesting. I did actually like, oh dear. I did like Gallus' idea of turning I did like his idea of turning the Tree of Harmony into like a tour thing to kind of to highlight that, because they've done that in real life with things. But I also liked I did also kind of like I also enjoyed Sandbar's idea of planting a new tree in the place of the old one. I did also like that, and I did also enjoy Silverstream's um, beautiful, beautiful paintings representing the emotions of the elements of harmony. I did also really enjoy that. Um, Turning it into an art piece, I also enjoyed that. Um, like I said, I think Silverstream and Treehugger we get along just fine. I also love the fountain here. That's beautiful. I love that fountain. And also and yeah, I love wind chimes myself. I do. So I do like the concept of kind of turning it into a place, kind of relax, um, and like a not almost like a Zen garden, a place where like you can recharge your chakras and just kind of relax and mellow and be mellow and just chill. Yeah, I also like that as well. It's a very calm, very relaxing place. And also enjoys this tree design here, this rock carving. That's really well done. That's really well done. In all honesty, every single one of these guys could like have every single one of these, like some of these guys here, they have an artistic flair, so that would be interesting to see them to be able to work together, what kind of art that they could make. But this little reference whenever whenever it's pointed out that the treehouse that they made is it's kind of a little jumbled. It looks just kind of put together oddly in some places. And Silverstream says, just like us. It's honestly a really good reference, and it's not like an insult saying, hey, it's a really good reference, like being different creatures, different races here, just, kind of like the different oddballs are just, here they are, they're friends. The parts might not completely fit together, but what matters is that there's still something beautiful that can be created with that. And that's what these guys they represent. I mean, you wouldn't think that they fit together, but they do. They fit together. They're friends, and that might be totally different in appearance on the outside, and they all might have different personalities and ideas on things and ways of looking at the world, but there's still a beautiful friendship connection between them, and it's very much like real life. You can be different. You can be totally different on the outside and even on the inside, but you can still make a friendship work. And sometimes, of course, though, two people have to have something. Two people have to have a lot in common to be able to be friends. So, that whole opposites attract thing isn't 100% always true. But here, I would say that it's kind of a mix of both worlds for them. But it is really a really great metaphor for that. But of course, that hilarious moment whenever Twilight sees the tree has regrown, and she's like, "What the freaking crap just happened?" I love that face. Like MLP, though it's rated Y7, or like if this thing was a PG rated show, yeah, you could easily put a captions on that with "What the ever loving F is that? What just happened? What did I miss?" But the funny thing, now the young six have the chance to experience what Twilight did whenever she got her castle. She had no idea where anything was inside the joint, and so here she was having to find the bedroom, the kitchen, the bathroom, the living room, the dining area, a concert hall, colonnade, hallways, spare bathrooms, however many of the freak there are, spare bedrooms, possibly a basement, possibly a couple of attics, an observatory, a library. Okay, I know there's a library. She had to find out where all of this stuff was. Imagine walking into a house, a big, big house, that is already fully furnished. And is suddenly you're home and you're looking around wondering where everything is. It would take some time to fully adjust where everything is, especially if it was multiple rooms, not just a basic house, but imagine a big house. It would take a while. And so now the young six get to experience that, walking in and be like, where the freak is everything? They get to experience now. So yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, this is absolutely beautiful. And I love what looks like the rotunda. I love what looks like rotundas here on the front of it. I love that. I love the crystal like beading that is hanging from the tree. I remember we saw references to that before. Not with the tree, but I remember I think it was Pinky hung those up in the audience room, or I don't not the audience chamber, the conference room or wherever it is in the castle, Twilight's castle, that has the map room, whatever you call it. I remember Pinky hanging these there, I believe it was, and I love these crystal beads that are hanging from here. And I mean, the blooms, the flowers, and the bushes that have grown up around this really adds a beautiful setting to it. The tree itself is brightly lit, so it adds a nice charm, a nice soothing feel to it. It's not overly bright, it's not too dark in the area where it is. It's beautiful. And we have what looks like a sky dome as well, possibly like an observatory at the main top. A place to maybe like almost like a little sky dome where they can just gather together and look up at the stars and not get rained on. That is beautiful. I love that. And I love the crystallized columns that are on the front of it as well. That is absolutely beautiful. This is an absolutely beautiful treehouse. That would be gorgeous to have in real life. Can you imagine having that in your yard? The best treehouse ever. But again, I love this episode. Very cool to see the Young Six have a part in bringing the tree back. Really curious to see what happens later, if the tree will have any further hoof in what happens later on. Very curious to see that. I'm very curious to see if the Young Six have any part to play as well in what happens later in the season. So yeah. And I can see what it means by uprooted. The tree took root again and bloomed into something amazing. So yeah, very cool to see that. But again, everybody at DJX Hasbro, thank you all so much. Thank you guys so much. Also, thank you to the writers, intentional or not, for the references, what I consider references or metaphors to the Brony community and MLP. And the song, thank you all so much. Absolutely beautiful. Love it. Thank you. And to everybody else watching, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video that I do. Take care.